Okay, everyone, follow up to the critique of Ron DeSantis, the wannabe dictator. This video is now going to be titled Ron DeSantis the Dictator. Critique. There are a number of news stories that have came out where they all say Ron DeSantis has pressured a Republican legislator to actually remove Disney's special privilege for the Reedy Creek Improvement District. Considering that I do hope that all Floridan Republicans are watching this, because here's what you have to do, here's what you're in charge of now, come June 1st next year. Reedy Creek Improvement District by numbers, 134 miles of roadways and 67 miles of waterways built and maintained. You also have to maintain the footpaths for 250,000 daily guests. You also have to make sure that the 6 or 8 minute response time for fire and EMS is actually capped up. You also have to manage 6,000 tonnes of waste, 30 tonnes of aluminium, paper, steel cans, cardboard and plastic containers recycled every year. 22,800 water samples have to be collected by the Reedy Creek Improvement District scientists from 1,500 locations on the property for testing water every year, along with 90,000 analyses conducted to make sure the water quality meets or exceeds the state and national standards. Water draining from the south end of the district is generally cleaner than when it entered Reedy Creek at its north end. And along with 2,000 vendors, suppliers and contractors used to provide a high level of public service for visitors. I hope you're up to the task, because this is what you gave to every single taxpayer around Disney. You virtually went, here's a fuck you to you all. And I hope every single Floridian is watching this video and have seen that. Because they went, here's one fuck you, here's another fuck you to our taxpayers and our base. We don't give a shit. I'm so glad that Ron DeSantis has to be, well, he has to abide by laws and regulations for the midterms that are this year. Because the Reedy Creek Improvement District is going away by 1st of June next year. So whoever gets in, they better have a hard, long look at that and go, yeah, no, we're going to abolish that. Because Disney actually maintains a high level of public service for visitors. Not to mention, a number of roads around Disney are actually aimed at attractions so that maintenance can be done on those attractions. Parts can come in to be replaced and taken away to be replaced by newer parts and such. Is that really what you want your voters and taxpayers to actually be in charge of? Like, they have to pay the tax to maintain those roads and waterways? Because I'm pretty sure that Disney does all that. I'm pretty sure Disney does all that. That's one of the family cats, who don't know what the fuck they want. So, yeah, that's one of the cats. And that's my stuff that's usually on this chair. Not really. No, I'm not going to pick the kitty up and bring her on camera. You already saw her. She just made her way from there, from this side, around here, around the back, to there, and now she's right behind the chair. So, no. Every news story I've come across, it's the same thing. considering that let's say, in 5 years, it would have been 60 years that the provision was in place, considering that Disney opened up before Ron DeSantis was even considered born. Yeah. What was Disney? Let's see. No, that was the Walt Disney Company, which was founded in 1923, which is well and truly before Ron DeSantis was even born. Oh, here we are. Actually, yeah. Disney opened on July 17th, 1955. The $17 million park was built on 160 acres of former Wow, really? A&E Networks, really? Wow, I can't even bring up the history of Disney. Oh well. Let's go Wikipedia. That was on one coast, or something. Opened on October 1st, 1971. The resort is owned and operated by Disney Park. Yeah, that's Disney Parks we're talking about. Zone to supplement Disneyland in Anaheim, California, which had opened in 1955. The complex was developed by Walt Disney in the 1960s. The Florida project, as was known, was intended to present a district version with its own desired set of attractions. Walt Disney's original plans also called for the inclusion of an experimental prototype community of tomorrow, aka Epcot. A planned community intended to serve as a testbed for new city living innovations. Walt Disney died on December 15, 1966. Ron DeSantis is 48. So the very first Disney park opened in 1955. Well and truly before Ron DeSantis was born. The one in Orlando, which is the one we want, which was 1st of October 1971, which means... let's bring up Ron DeSantis' age. 1978. Disney has been around 7 years more than what Ron DeSantis has. Which means that Reedy Creek Improvement District law is older than Ron DeSantis himself. So, yep. Reedy Creek Improvement District. Let's say we take nearly 60 years. Yeah, nearly 60 years. It's what? 55 years old that law is. A 55-year-old law, and Ron DeSantis has just squashed it to be dissolved for next year. By all means, Ron DeSantis is a dictator. And he is a dictator. There's constitutional dictatorship, which he has been using since COVID-19, which is only meant to be for the presidents to use, not the governor of a state. To use. Constitutional dictatorship is a form of government in which dictatorial powers are exercised during an emergency. Only the president can actually use those, not a governor. Considering that Ron DeSantis thinks he's president of Florida and is actually trying to run for president of the United States, well, we can see where this is going to go, because he's actually going to try and do some, or make some jumped up frickin' idiocy charges against Joe Biden. When in fact, we all know Joe Biden's been as Vice President of America for 8 years under Barack Obama and such. So what if he goes to Delaware? It's not like he's taking a flight. He goes there by car. Where does Ron DeSantis go? He just goes straight to his home, which I hope his wife actually watches this, because your child, Mrs. DeSantis, is now classified as dumb, thanks to your husband. Matter of fact, every Floridian child is now classified as dumb, because the IQ score is supposed to be up here, and goodbye. Literally out of frame. Let's do an IQ test. Seeing as math isn't going to be taught anymore, let's give every Floridian child a math quiz. Let's give them the Australian VCE test. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't pass that test, because it's over 2 days of testing, and you have to sit for it. Because if you don't pass the Australian VCE test, which actually includes maths, then you fail in your state. So I am sorry to every Floridian, but your governor has gave this to you. He gave you the double bird salute to say, I fucking you over, all because Disney hurt my feelings over a bill. Yeah. I just did a search for, is Ron DeSantis a dictator? First story on top was from Fox News, which is Nikki Fried calls Ron DeSantis a dictator over Disney fight governor, says bills not retaliatory. I'm saying those bills are retaliatory. Considering that DeSantis is creating an cultural war, how about we create a cancel war against Ron DeSantis? Let's cancel his Twitter. Let's cancel Ron DeSantis' Twitter. Let's cancel Ron DeSantis' Twitter. Let's cancel him. Let's cancel the Republicans in Florida for their massive mistake. Because I hope they're ready to pay for the $134,000 let me rephrase that again. 134 miles of roadways and 67 miles of waterways that they have to maintain. Hmm? Seems that yeah, we can cancel Ron DeSantis on Twitter, we can cancel him from Facebook, we can cancel every single Floridan Republican on Twitter and on Facebook, because they failed to actually understand that they now have to be in charge of maintaining the roads around Disney, along with the fire and EMS, along with everything else. So instead of actually putting Disney down, they actually put themselves down permanently. And I am actually going through a number of things at the moment. Some of these, let's see, Florida. Here we are, from one person. Florida still has high poverty, low wages, let's see, polluted beaches, undrinkable water, drug epidemic, lack of modern rail, highest car insurance rates in the country, road rage, maintains dying from runoff. Yeah, that last one, that's not from Disney. Disney employs 80,000 Floridians. It's going to be hilarious if they decide to leave Florida. Roy, or anyone else is in Disney, if you do see this video, Australia's open. Australia has a workforce waiting to be picked up. You're quite welcome to move everything into Australia. The one thing though, if you think summer is worse in Florida, try Australia's weather, where we have nearly 40 to 42 degrees Celsius in summer, because Australia is actually a moving country / continent, island. And people go, oh, Australia's an island, not a country. Australia is a country / continent / island. It just moves about 1,500 meters a year or something. And hey, I wouldn't mind the Galactic Star Cruiser, but at a cheaper price in Australia. With what we can get, along with the Tron Light Cycle and Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Ray Ride. Hell, I'll even put my hand up to actually visit Epcot as well. So let's see. Disney theme parks: Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Disney Hollywood Studios, Disney Animal Kingdom. That's 5? No, 4. Sorry, 4. Then we have Disney Typhoon's Lagoon and Disney Blizzard Beach. That makes 6 theme parks. 4 of them are land-based theme parks. 2 water-based. Other attractions: multiple resorts across Disney's property offer various spa treatments, including Disney's Grand Floridian and Disney's Colorado Springs Resort, Disney's Boardwalk, Epcot. Disney does special ticket events throughout the year, including Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, which usually runs late August through October, and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Disney Springs, Disney's Wedding Pavilion, ESPN, Worldwide of Sports, Golf and Recreation, former attractions, we had Discoveryland, Disney's River Country, Walt Disney World Speedway, Disney Quest, which was an indoor interactive theme park that featured many arcade games and virtual attractions, that opened in June 1998 as part of an unsuccessful attempt to launch a chain of smaller theme parks, closed in 2017. To be replaced by NBA Experience, and nothing else at the moment. Lenovo by Cirque du Soleil opened December 23rd, 1998, and closed December 31st, 2017. You're probably wondering about the results. I'll let you have a look at those. On-site non-Disney resorts. There's actually a lot of those. And Disney actually has to maintain those. So if those aren't maintained, especially the roads, how are people going to go to them? We got some never built resorts, which was the Asian Resort, Persian, New Vietnam, Mediterranean, and Fort Wilderness Junction. I think that's about it. Yep, that's about it. So I just hope Ron DeSantis knows what every single taxpayer has to be paying for. So, Ron DeSantis isn't really a Florida governor. He's a Floridian dictator. And I really hope everyone watches this. And I don't care if it's nearly 23 minutes long. Because, Ron DeSantis needs to be removed from office. Actually, he can be removed from office by law. Not just by voting for the midterms. Ron DeSantis can actually be removed by law. Ron DeSantis is acting as a dictator, which means, under law, he has to resign or be arrested and charged with dictatorship and violations of the American Constitution, which he has not been upholding as governor in the state of Florida. So I'm urging everyone to actually cancel Ron DeSantis, this is Twitter, and his Facebook, along with any Republicans from Florida, because they can have their Twitter removed, they can have their Facebook access removed, and they can also be arrested and charged for crimes against the American Constitution and the American people, along with the state of Florida, for following a dictator. So if anyone wants to, they can read and watch everything down below. Because it's going to be one hectic hell ride for Republicans in Florida. Because they just now decided to put themselves as dictators. Oh, we're nearly 25 minutes. Sorry about the 23-minute mark. But yeah. Enjoy wherever you are. Stay safe. Spread the word that Ron DeSantis is not doing everything in his power to actually uphold law, which he isn't, and every news story that I've seen so far is virtually that. So, like, comment, and subscribe, and spread this video around.